Okay, allegedly, I'm live. Allegedly. YouTube. View channel. Live. Where's my stream? Where's my stream? There's my stream. Yippee! Okay, I'll put my phone right there so I can look at it. I will put on some tunes. Shuffle play. I will make sure that my stream is actually live on my PC. Yes, it is. All my audio is capturing. And, we'll put PlanetSide. This is a PlanetSide 2 classic. We'll see how long it takes me to crash. You know how it goes. Wonder how PlanetSide is doing on Twitch today. Not very good. But, what can you do? God, I have way too many tabs open. Let's see, I have PlanetSide, Discord, Chrome for music, Steam, OBS, Recursion, and VTube Studio. Soda. I will play NSO.
Welcome to the show, Hitman. Engage at will.
And we will immediately bail off the Sanctuary, because oh god, oh fuck, get me out of here. Welcome to Austin. I'm TR, Day Ruined. And we will immediately rush a Valk, and there we go. Yippee! Now I have to fly around for a minute or two, 2 or 3 minutes. And then we can actually play the game. Anything to not crash. So, that's PlanetSide. That's PlanetSide 2 and the big 26. Look, I'll just park on top of this warp gate piece. Look. No. Seeing the Valkyrie does not grip. You always ask the question, do it grip? And the answer is no. Not even if I hold, like, down thrust, it doesn't grip. Anyway. Biolab? Ow. I'll happily take a biolab. I mean, it ain't much, but it's something. Let's see, what do we have for our dailies? Gaining ground is free. I'll be playing heavy, so that should be free. There we go. I don't think there's anything I specifically want to achieve today. I think I'm just playing the game to play the game. So. I really want to get leadership done more, but I don't have people to make a platoon with, so. That's the problem. Leadership drill sergeant are piss easy. It's platoon leadership. It's the problem. Shame, because I want the commander headset. I could go make a dent in, I could go make a dent in some exceptionals, which would probably be the smart thing to do, but, eh. They're gonna try and play for stockpile while we play the bio. Doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. Oop, air hammer. Not very good at aiming either, evidently. Really not good at aiming. Ah, we're stuck in the, We're stuck in the teleporter. I'm actually really surprised they haven't capped vital stockpile since we're stuck in the teleporter. Yeah, now they're capping because we don't want to connect to region. I can't take A. Sit down. At least he has a read at it. That's funny. Unfortunately, also correct. I don't recall PlanetSide Arena sit right being bad at least, but it's probably better than this. You know, I think I'm just gonna play medic in this pit. Hello there, TR. This is big team play hours. This is big team play hours. Chief, if you just peek, I can't keep you alive. Chief, I'll keep you alive, but nope. I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep you alive, man. I can only do so much. I mean, I'm doing not a bad job keeping him alive. This is just an utter hellscape.
You gotta fly harder, Monarch. They're rocking on.
I might have to update my recursion lines to have a bit more variety. Oh. Damn. I got countered. That was fun. Mind you, there's really nowhere else to go on the continent, so back to it. Have a healing grenade. You seem like you could use it. I'm not sure I would peek that if I were you. I wonder if this could have been predicted somehow. What do they call this? An unforced error? I think it's the right term for it. I'm pretty sure they call it an unforced error. I have a healing grenade. I wouldn't run in there, Chief.
Tag and send them back behind the line. We'll grab any intel we can. All hands battle stations. This is not a drill.
I wouldn't have done that one either, Chief. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm sure farming out healing ribbons. Not really doing a whole lot else here. But the medic director's coming along. That's gotta count for something. Hi, Sable. Yes, it is Hassan. What an astute observation. You can tell because the fights are bad. I'm still unemployed, believe it or not. I didn't gain a job between last night and today, so...
We need support desperately.
Good to see we're making absolutely no progress. Get the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, robot. We have a biolab to burn. How's chat doing today, by the way? I mean, Sample, you're the only one to say anything, but still, how's chat doing? Is this gameplay? I mean, like I said, I'm printing healing XP. Not really doing a whole lot else, but... I'm just barely out of Helios range. That's helping me out quite a bit. I wouldn't just stand up and then not move, but... That's cool, I guess. You have full HP. Stop hiding. Hello! Hello! Funny little robot guy.
You gotta fly harder, Monarch. They're rocking on.
Idle farm is still going. It's not much of a farm. If you're NC, maybe. So, not that good if you're Terran, believe it or not. Checks out. Yeah, pretty much. Fuck off. Stop inviting me to your squad. Muddy tomorrow. Then why do you gotta wake up earlier? I've been sleeping more since I've been unemployed. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. That was a bold move. First day of school tomorrow. Oh, right, yeah. Forgot that's a thing.
Nearest reinforcements are 10 weeks out.
I applaud the effort, Heavy. Get the fuck up, Spider-Man. We have a biolab to farm. Hi, Breaks. Hello. I've not seen you in a long time. Probably because I haven't made content in a long time, but whatever. It's good to see you again. Holy shit, we actually pushed.
Shield generator critical.
So... Oh, that's a turret. I'm not gonna peek that. Traumatized bot is such a move. I know, I have had pretty much nothing to make videos on. And the stuff I have had to make videos on, I've just been too lazy to get footage for, so If I was smart, I would be clipping, like, just normal gameplay. Or, Or, Like, actively trying to make some content out of something. But, no. Ugh. Please don't hurt me. Get the fuck up, Spider-Man. We have a biolab to capture. What voice pack am I running? What do you mean? Ah! I'm just using... Oh, for recursion? I'm using my own. I did one using, Project Wingman's various lines. That game has a metric fuckload of dialogue, though. I've probably only sorted through about a third of it. If I wasn't so lazy, I would sort... Ow! I would sort through the rest. But it's a little tiring. Just listening to voice lines.
Generator destroyed. SCU compromised.
SCU's comped, so... Fight's about to die. Ah, no! Hello. Holy, my frame rates.
Critical.
I'm at 80 frames. It's a biolab. I thought the whole reason we added this, the big black dome, was to give us frames back. How was the pop on the US server Osprey? Yeah, we hate Connery, and we absolutely despise Emerald in this household. If you ain't a true red-blooded Ospreyan... I mean, it's still going down. The crashing problems are really the big issue right now. Once the crashing issues get sorted out, it'll probably go back up a bit. Like, it's not horrible, it's just... It's playable. It's down, but it's playable. It's no Connery, that's for sure. Holy shit, why am I losing so many frames? People figured out the fix to the crashing, so it's not been like horrible, but it's still down because a lot of people just can't be bothered. And I certainly can't blame them.
Enemy down. Good job.
Sure wish I had a healing grenade still. They're holding their spawn room pretty good, I gotta say. Usually when SU goes down, they don't hold spawn, so the fact that they're actually kind of holding on to spawn is impressive. They probably have a lot of medics, but oh yeah, no, Pop is still like playable. Pop is still very playable. It's just down compared to how it has been lately. Thought it was War Thunder related. War Thunder has very meh default voice lines. So.
I didn't survive the Bering Strait just so I could get shot down here.
Get the fuck up.
Reinforcements are 10 mics out.
I'm gonna need to add more combo revive lines though. Especially since I'm playing a lot of medic.
Nearest reinforcements are 10 mics out.
Well, we sure Maduro'd this base, or whatever the kids are saying these days.
Nearest reinforcements are 10 mics out.
I still haven't chomped a single medkit yet. Or I chomped one medkit this life. Emerald is... I mean, the problem with Emerald is the roaches.
Victory is our tradition.
Connery played a lot nicer than Emerald did. in terms of fight quality, so I would say that ever since the merger, fight quality has gone down. That's the thing. Especially if, I mean,
Good job, Hitman.
if you were an Emerald player, you won't notice a difference. It'll just be a little bit more pop because of the Connery merge. I don't want to get near that. But if you were an Emerald player, if you were not an Emerald player, what am I saying? If you were a Connery player, you'll probably share the opinion that the fight quality has gone down.
Generator repaired.
I would say that the fights are worse.
SCU repaired.
Because Emerald plays a lot more Zergy than Connery does. And because of that, I find Emerald less fun to play. I mean, there's more pop, and you can jump from fight to fight, which is like a huge upgrade. On Connor, you know, if a fight died, that was pretty much it for the map. On Emerald, if you get a bad fight, you just jump. But I would still say that the average fight quality is down. One thing, too, is that I would say it's a little bit of a different skill set on each server. I've struggled quite a bit with the move to Emerald because I'm used to Connery, where because of Connery's low pop, it's a lot easier to control engagements. Like on Connery, it's way easier to control engagements if to only fight like one person. Where does this go? Does this go to the right place? Yes, it does. But yeah, on Connery, you can basically control engagements so that you're only fighting one or two people at a time. On Emerald, because there's so much more pop, you're getting shot from so many more directions. This isn't specifically a bad thing, it's just a different skill set that's required. And again, as someone who was a Connery player, it's made the transition a little rough.
I've got ammo for you here.
Fuck this, I'm getting my flash.
Shield generator critical.
I got a bounty. Yippee! Anyway, TLDR, it's still PlanetSide. I don't really know what to tell you, man. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing as I said in my Should You Play 2026 video. If you like PlanetSide, oh boy, it sure still is PlanetSide. And that's ultimately kind of my opinion, because if you like PlanetSide, it sure is PlanetSide. Can't wait to get my Gigamedic life ended because I just get obliterated by a fucking NC Max. Death tax is NC Maxes.
Shield generator.
I'm actually really taking a liking to the healing grenades. I realize that's an unpopular opinion, but I really like them.
After all.
Wake the fuck up, Samurai. We have a generator overload. I mean, they're obviously nowhere near as good as Resnades in terms of fight impact, but I love being able to just stick it in a corner and just print XP, especially since I'm focused on my healing ribbons right now. I want to get my healing ribbons done. Oh, hello. Why did you cloak immediately when I went to heal you? We're just spawn capping now. Fight just kind of progressed. I have not played Battlefield 6 yet. I have no idea if the game's any good or not. It seemed okay. It's just not something I'm willing to drop like 80 bones on. No! Finally. Finally died. That's unlucky. 45k XP. Not a bad life. No! Please stop hurting me! A recursion? Oh.
We call this tactical superiority. Bingo! Enemy down, good job. Bingo! Hard lock, let it fly.
Damn.
Destroyed.
Looks like the skilled players are showing up. Not a lot we can do about that one, unfortunately. Thanks for the res. I'm stuck. Door stuck.
Loyalty until death. Strength in unity.
Oh, Chief. Can people stop inviting me to join their goddamn squad? Internet has failed. We had a slight power outage earlier, so that was kind of fun. I think we're just gonna roll the gate. I don't think I've ever played Whispering Pass. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever played Whispering Pass. Cruising down the street in my bus. I have 1,000 certs. What should I buy? Oh, let's smack stealth on a dervish. Eh. That isn't a metaphor for NSO, I don't know what is. Well, yeah, the big problems I saw with 6 was the removal of class-locked weapons. And the compression of class identity. It looked like a decent game, I just have no, I don't know, I just don't want to spend the money on it. Did any of the pop come with? Oh no, they all moved. Oh, they went to Mossridge. I guess I'll stay here until we die. Is this Gate? Oh, this is actually Gate. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played Whispering before.
Deep breaths, Jim. Deep breaths.
Oh, my bus is dying. Never mind, I'm redeploying. I'm gonna busk it! 64 bones. Yeah, I'm unemployed. I have not spent $1 on my credit card this month, and I'm gonna try and keep it that way. I gotta find a job.
Hitman 1, Splash 1.
I've started debating looking at jobs in Vancouver, and potentially moving to Vancouver for work, but we'll see. I wouldn't have anyone to live with, so that'd be the main problem. And I don't really want to live with randoms. That was a bad nade. That's gonna mostly stick outside, yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? That's the problem. I'm floating the idea of working at the airport. Because that's union. Union with, like, big hours and, like, career stability. And room to grow. But there's no hirings at my local airport. But there are hirings at YVR, so... There's a random detector. Hello. Terrorist! Yeah, well, I don't want to live in Edmonton. You should really get an ordnance stamper up to stop against all the frags that keep coming in.
All hands battle stations. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Nearest reinforcements are 10 miles out.
How's recursion audio, by the way? Because I don't know how loud it is. Ow. Really? That just fucking donged right off his forehead.
With some darling support after all.
I wish I could have, like, sticky healing grenades. Sticky healing grenades would go a long way right now. I need medical aid. If you stop peeking the fucking corner, it wouldn't hurt so much. Bus gone. Fun is cancelled. Hi there, Lightning. Can I help you? Meh. Why are we up? I don't know, whatever. It's a fight, it's a fight. Well, I don't really want to work like a minimum wage. I don't really want to work like a min wage, no advancement job. That's why I'm looking at an airport. Game, can I please have a faster spawn? I would really appreciate it. Damn, we're kind of losing. Oh, I got that guy. Maybe he just chose not to take the res. Ooh, that was not a good idea. Of course, we can't shoot in, because what is a good fight? Oops. Yeah, that was my fault. Oh. Oh, I just got killed by Fuda inflation. Man. Oh, population. I guess I'm going to Woodman. Suddenly I feel like going to Woodman might not have been, Suddenly I feel like going to Woodman might not have been the play. Cool. I have a feeling we're not going to be able to defend Woodman Ace with the pop disparity. Yeah, my nose is itchy. Get the fuck up.
Hitman
Damn.
1, Splash 1.
Shield generator critical.
Let's go back to Vital. Ouch. We did it, Patrick. We saved Vital Biolab.
High value target down. We good, Galaxy?
Bingo.
Ow. Traumatized spot, get up. I believe in Patrick. I don't know why you won't. Hello, fellow medic. Oh god, that's a lot of people around that corner.
There's no quit in a TR, soldier.
Ah. This is just bad news. Damn. Oh wow, I got tempested through the wall. Unlucky. Oh. Oh, that's friendly. I thought that was the enemy javelin, the random javelin that keeps showing up on the server. But it wasn't.
Can't let this facility
SpongeBob, me boy, we need to defend the biolab.
Nearest reinforcements are 10 mics out.
I just got impulsed around that corner?
Perhaps. Stay focused.
I'm trying to keep you guys alive, you know.
Advanced battle stations. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Move! Go, 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 go! Oh, hi, Javelin. Oh, can we TR special this capture point?
The facility is lost.
Shield generator critical.
Damn. SpongeBob, me boy. I've pulled a max unit. I'm going to get archered. Ar, SpongeBob. I've overdosed on medkits and I'm going to die. Well, that fucked up. Good to see I joined combat into a place that has no population. TR, I know, I hate TR. Actually, to be fair, rolling TR as my faction is probably the best outcome, because it means I don't have to fight TR. Really? I love the Spitfire auto turret. He tried to heavy shield me too, by the way. I don't know how many of you caught that, but he instinctively heavy shielded because he threw the ammo pack.
Not fighting like TR.
You're not fighting like TR. Yeah, it's because I'm bouncing on it crazy style. TR many fights, yeah, because TR sucks. Holy shit, we're losing the Biolab.
Shield generator critical.
I was gonna go pull a Dervish and ground pound. Shittily ground pound, but ground pound. Can you fuck off? Yeah, thanks, dick.
Bingo.
Leapy. Hey, leapy weepy. Have fun sleeping, I guess.
Generator stabilized.
Just kidding, you're not gonna miss much in PlanetSide. Yeah, I couldn't win that. They both peaked at the exact same time. There was no reality that I won that engagement. As they say in Rome, unlucky.
Hitman 1, Splash 1.
God, I love the pilot.
Rock, let it fly.
What a disgustingly filthy fucking pistol.
Good. Activate secondary guns and load the racks on all batteries. We're not out of this yet.
Such a filthy, fucked up, and evil pistol.
Brass is impressed. Good work. Bingo.
Aw, man. Aw, man. Just wasn't to be. Oh. Oh, okay. Metadis, this is my own that I should probably get around to releasing. It uses voice lines from the game Project Wingman. I still have to sort through like 2/3 of the game's dialogue. Oops. But I'm lazy. If I can find the willpower or the tolerance to clip when I'm playing by myself, I'll make a preview video for it. Ah! I'm pretty sure both of the VPs I made in the past, one for Correcchio and one for Arlecchino, have both been posted on my Discord, but this one has not gotten released yet. There's still a little bit more I need to do to it, and I should really clean more of the game's files. Hello. The repeater is the worst pistol in the game. Did I ever make a video on the repeater? I don't know. No, I don't think I did, because I made a video on the recall, and I made a video on the AMC, and both those got meme, like, joke thumbnails. Because I hated them so much.
Hit on target.
I'm not winning that engagement. I'm not good enough at this game. Damn, we're just getting absolutely shat on. Was good. I don't think the repeater has ever been touched. PS2 repeater. I wasn't looking for the PlayStation. Should probably take the res, so I can look this up. Because now I'm curious. DX1 repeater. It has literally only ever been buffed. Sorry, it got nerfed by 2 max damage meters of range in 2013. It used to have 10 meters of max damage range, and then it got shortened to 8. That's the only nerf it has ever received, and that was back in 2013. Other than that, it's literally only been buffed. I'm a firm repeater hater. It's not necessarily that the repeater is particularly bad. The problem is the NS trio are that good, for one. And then of the remaining options, like, okay, let's say you're doing the pistol directive, okay? If you're doing the pistol directive, you do the big 3. You do pilot, emissary, or sorry, you do pilot, underboss, commissioner. They're the big 3. You just do them. Wow, what a shitter. Like, think about it this way, okay? You're doing the pistol directive. You do the big 3, pilot, underboss, commissioner. And then that leaves you a bunch of other pistols. On NSO, you do Harbinger, and then you probably do, like, Last, which is what I did for my Araxium. Because Harbinger's fucked up. Like, Harbinger is probably the best pistol in the game. And Lastly is just still pretty decent. I would argue Lastly is the best starter pistol, in fact. If you're on Vano, you do, I don't know, Beamer and Spiker, I guess. If you're NC, you do Desperado and... Fuck, to be honest, I would probably just do Emissary. But I like Emissary, so I'm a little freaky. And then on TR, I would probably do... Inquisitor... Emperor? Probably? I made it back in time. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, Repeater is not... That's an LAVLA classic. Repeater is not necessarily that bad, per se. It's just that the NS trio are too strong. Is really that's the core problem, is that the NS trio is too strong. That said, I would, and this might be an unpopular opinion, I would consider the Repeater to be the worst burst pistol in the game. Not that there's a lot of competition. But I mean, you have Pilot, Spiker, Desperado, Repeater, Inquisitor. You know what? I'll take a moment to not trash on the Repeater for a second and explain why I think the Repeater is bad. It's because 143 pistols, and 125 pistols for that matter, aren't good. Because this might be a controversial opinion, I don't know. Generally speaking, in PlanetSide's pistols, yeah, you're not looking for DPS. And that would probably be the best way I would explain the problem with the Repeater, is the Repeater has high DPS. Yes, I will not discount that it has high DPS. I think it technically is the most DPS of all the starters. So yep, you do. The problem is that, more often than not, when you pull out a pistol on PlanetSide, you need a big number fast. Which is why Underboss, Pilot, and Commissioner are so good. You do a headshot with the Pilot, that's 400 damage. You do a headshot with the Underboss, that's, what, 650? No, that's 750 damage. You do a headshot with the Commissioner, that's 900 damage. So, that is probably the argument I would make, is that alpha damage matters in pistols. Repeater, in theory, has good DPM, but the amount that you're actually getting to exercise that DPM is pretty low. And because it's a burst pistol, it has issues with, It has issues with bloom.
Tone, good tone.
The main problem I have with the repeater is it's really bad at actually putting out the numbers it's supposed to be capable of. It could be a skill issue, in fact it probably is. But,
CU repaired.
like, it doesn't really matter how good it is because the NS trio just beats it. Repeater good for body shots. The problem is you don't want a pistol to be good at body shots. More often than not, when you pull out a pistol, it's because you're out of ammo in your primary, and you need a quick burst of damage to win a fight. Which is why I'm amazed you can actually aim that low to hit me there. Which is why alpha damage matters so much on pistols, and it's why the NS pistols are so good. Because they have so much alpha damage. I mean, even on the body, but on the head especially, that you just win if you land the headshot. You hit a guy in the head with an underboss or a commissioner, and you win the engagement, generally speaking.
Bingo!
Not to mention, I think Pilot has one of the fastest theoretical time to kills on pistols. Let me back that up though. PS2 Pilot. PS2 NS45 Pilot. Let me not make the same mistake. According to the wiki, it fires at 750 RPM in the burst. Which means I think actually, in theory, technically it's the fastest time to kill in the game, outside of insta-kill weapons. Because I'm pretty sure the other competitor, which should be the Cyclone... Does this have time to kill charts on it? It does. Yeah. Pilot outkills Cyclone. Assuming the wiki is correct, and most of the time the wiki is reasonably trustworthy. Pilot has the fastest time to kill to the game. On headshots. So if you can click head, it's just the best weapon in the game. So, you know. Really? I'm dead. Run! Run for your fucking life! Holy shit, how am I alive? Holy shit, how am I alive?
Taking on a king in a battle royale. Just our luck. Positive takedown. Good job, Hitman.
What I'm trying to say is repeater bad, actually. If I had to rank all of the, what is it, 4 starting pistols? Yeah, it's 4. I mean, if you want to get really technical, the Pilot is technically the best starting pistol in the game, because it used to be the starter pistol for NSO. But if we'll put that, if we take that technicality out, which I think is fair because it's not the starter weapon anymore, I would say Lastly is the best, followed by Beamer, followed by Repeater, followed by Mag Shot. Although, to be honest, Mag Shot Repeater is to me a toss-up on any given day. I think they're both immediately replaceable for what it's worth.
Enemy down. Good job.
To me, Repeater, Mag Shot both coexist in the just remove it instantly tier. Like, to me, they are a new pistol tier. Bad. If I didn't have 11,000 fucking pistols acquired through Daybreak Cash or bundles, I would almost immediately cert into either... I would probably cert Emperor on TR, or I would cert, you know, to be honest, on NC, I'd just buy a pilot. Desperado is good, but if you have the certs for Desperado, you have the certs for a pilot, and, you know. I guess if you're really funny, you could cert into Rebel. Since Rebel is technically viable. But I don't think I've ever seen someone, like, unironically run Rebel, so make it that way, you will. Like, both Rebel and Cerberus are technically viable sidearms because of the highest damage suppressible guns outside of Harbinger. But I've never seen someone, like, unironically run Rebel or, Cerb. Damn. If I'd aimed better, I could have won that trade, too. Unlucky. Man, I'm having fun trash-talking PlanetSide weapons that I don't like. Does anyone else want an opinion given on a gun? Anyone else want a spicy take on some set of pixels in a video game? I mean, I can dog walk the rest of the TR arsenal for you if you want. If we discount NSL, I would argue TR have the weakest weapons. I would argue TR has the weakest arsenal across the board.
Hitman 1, Splash 1.
Not, like, significantly so, but I would argue their weapons just aren't as good as the other factions. Oh, this is the weird fucked up base with the shields for the cap point, that's right. It's like, why can't I walk in the point, huh? We don't do that here. I just got queued. Don't know where from. Voice was close. We have 51% pop here, but I have not a clue where.
Bingo!
The Vanu sovereignty has taken the facility.
I don't know, man. I can trash on almost every gun in PlanetSide. There are very few guns in this game that I can't find something to complain about on. Not that I think they should get buffed necessarily, but there's very few guns in this game that I can't, like, earnestly say, man, I wish this was just a little bit better. The only guns that come to mind that I actually don't think I can complain about are Bandit, Cyclone, Ghost Rifle, CBX-75. There's a small handful of guns that I actually am, like, largely content with. Why is there just a random conglomerate of heavy here? Can you, like, fuck off? Also, get shuffled, idiot. Damn. Fuda inflation really just dropped me again. Railjack does look awesome. Unfortunately, it's also the worst primary in the game. Railjack has the exact same problem that Kua and Yumi have, except it's amplified by the fact you only get one bullet to land it. You either get the kill or you don't. There's no second chances like with Yumi or Kua. At least I pulled my KPM back up. My KDR's doing alright, at least. I mean, Infiltrator as a class currently is kind of bad. It's funny, I don't honestly think they made really anybody happy with the Infiltrator rework, at least my 2 cents. The Infiltrator rework is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that bolts are, like, no more. How did I survive that? Damn. I mean, the good thing is that bolts are no longer present in the game, which is pretty cool. The bad thing is that, like, Scout Rifle and Submachine Gun Infiltrator are, like, dead. And not even, like, a little dead, but, like, super dead. Like, you can't play Sub-Infiltrator anymore. Sudden death? Never mind, I guess I got to keep playing Hassan. I'm generally not a fan. Sorry, I'm not thinking. I will admit I come with a bias, because Submachine Gun Infiltrator is my favorite class, was my favorite class. But you can't play Submachine Gun Infiltrator now. Because the cloak kill just doesn't make it. Like, the cloak nerf just doesn't make it playable. You basically can't use the cloak anymore. At which point you're better off just playing heavy. Submachine Gun heavy.
The enemy has the facility. A costly failure.
And Submachine Gun heavy works with like 3 guns. That being Cyclone, Gladius, and fuck, you could probably play Armistice heavy, but I've not seen it done. I just can't hold that guy in vision long enough, that's annoying.
Come on, mercenary. You think you're the first to come try to take me down?
I almost team killed that Max, that would have been annoying. I mean, funny, but annoying. Fucking hate amateur jets. By the way, if I had Repeater, I would not have won that engagement.
Enemy down. Good job.
Pilot triple headshot literally gave me that engagement. And it allowed me to trade there too. Scorpio's heavy? Oh. What the fuck? Unstable comp laser? Huh? Snap. This one's going in my cringe compilation. I want to gold this hammerhead just to get it off my screen. No, Railjack is a cool gun, though. It's a cool gun, it's just dog shit. But to be fair, pretty much all of the sniper rifles are like dog shit now. I'm dreading the Einstein grind.
High value target down. We got Galaxy?
Ooh. Damn. Really? You're gonna V2 an engineer with a hammerhead? That's crazy. NC is the best weapons in the game. Like, NC's actually so disgustingly overpowered, it's not even funny. I've brought this up before with Dark Force. Move, you fucking fat ape. I've said this before, but NC is legitimately the only faction in the game. I mean, apart from NSO. Or not even apart from NSO, sorry. NC is the only faction in the game where I genuinely cannot think of a bad gun. Even NC's, like, quote-unquote bad guns are all still usable. Like, I can't think of a single NC weapon that I would consider, like, skip. Like a hard skip, in terms of a directive. I'm gonna bust kill. I mean, I don't really care about the look of my gun. I'm gonna keep the buck. Anyway, TLDR, NC is the best guns in the game across the board. Vanu has a couple of, like, really, really fucking good guns, but otherwise they're just kind of eh. NTR has a handful of competitive weapons, and the rest of them are just kind of eh.
Deep breaths,
Wasn't
Jeb.
even who I was meaning to kill.
Deep breaths.
I'm not a real big fan of the conglomerate.
We call this tactical superiority.
I will say, even though NC has the best guns in the game, Vanu has the most annoying guns in the game. I would say, in terms of infantry, Vanu is the most annoying faction to play against. And it's solely because of unstable ammo. Lashing ammo is also, like, super cringe, but at least it's kind of rare. Unstable ammo legitimately ruins the infantry game. Like, unstable ammo, like, truly ruins the infantry game. NC guns might be, like, too strong across the board, I would argue. Well, not too strong, more the fact that they are just strong across the board.
Enemy down.
Finally, I
Good
got the
job.
gold on this gun. Now I cannot touch it for a long time. Buddy, peek me again. Oh, you fucking zombie. I hit the engineer. Whoops. Oh, you're kidding me. Scythe? I think Scythe is easily the least annoying of all the aircraft. I would much rather deal with an air-to-ground Scythe than an air-to-ground Reaver or air-to-ground Mosquito. Photon pods are kind of a joke because Hellfires put out more damage and Breakers hit harder. And light PPA, I mean, light PPA is good, don't get me wrong, it's fine. But the problem with PPA is that I can't say I've ever really thought of a situation where I would rather have... There we go. I can't say I've ever really thought of a situation where I would rather have a PPA than an air hammer or a banshee, and that is, to me, the problem. God, I love this pistol. I'm such an emissary apologist, man. Fucking love the emissary. Such a good gun.
Shield generator critical.
Yeah, bounce on it. Damn. Yeah, anyway, light PPA is fine. It's not a bad weapon, don't get me wrong. It's just... There's no situation that I think the light PPA is better than the other ones. Not to mention, it's also the easiest, like...
Shield generator critical.
I fucked up by just weapon swapping for funny. PPA has the most counterplay to it from the ground by virtue of it takes the longest to kill and it's the least oppressive. Like, what I mean by that, I'll elaborate. Random flash? Okay, whatever. What I mean by that is, Banshee is... You're dead. Banshee's quick hit and run, lasers you, and gets out of there. Like, Banshee isn't good in hordes. Don't get me wrong, Banshee's major weakness is against clusters. But it has absolutely unmatched it requires the least exposure, is probably how I would explain it. So even though Banshee doesn't work good in hordes, it requires the least vulnerability from the pilot.
Target down. We good, Galaxy?
And that cannot be understated. I think that's why you see a lot of Banshees just not fucking die, is because it's really hard. If you have even like a modicum of a frontal lobe, it's really hard to die in a Banshee, because you're just not spending enough time exposed. Airhammer is annoying, because Airhammer basically just one-clicks you. Fundamentally, I think Airhammer is a poorly designed weapon, by virtue of it's just really fucking cancer. Because generally speaking, Airhammer clicks you and you die. I mean, it's the same problem Banshee does, where it's not good in hordes, but when you can just click a guy and they explode. The problem with Airhammer is it's not a reliable weapon. Yeah, it might click a guy and one-shot him, and that's fantastic when it does. But when it doesn't, you have to. It feels like you just have to spend so much time. That's the thing. If you're outside of the Airhammer's like good range, it takes forever to kill anything, which is good. Don't get me wrong, air to ground is cringe. But at least the Airhammer requires the pilot to generally play pretty close, which opens them up to, like, Desi shots, or surprise lightning AP, surprise, like, surprise Prowler. Surprise Prowler AP, etc. Still bad in groups, but it's a little less cringe than Banshee, simply because the pilot has to play a bit more aggressively to actually get it to kill. PPA is far and away the best option in groups. That's where PPA shines.
Stacked up.
It's a horde kill weapon. The problem is, it also has the least DPS of all the three nose guns. And because of that, yeah, it melts hordes. But as soon as anyone gets, like, remotely wise to you, PPA falls apart because it requires so much exposure to put out damage that you just get obliterated. And that's why in my opinion, you don't see PPAs. Is because PPA isn't good. A lot of players, like, there's so many heavies nowadays that all it takes is a heavy with, like, a bit of thinking to realize you're getting, like, ESF'd, and to look up and dump a rocket at you. And the fact of the matter is, the Scythe has to spend a hell of a lot more time getting those rounds off to kill anything than a Banshee or an Airhammer do.
Cornered animals tend to lash out. It's... God damn it. It's over.
That's my long-winded explanation as why light PPA sucks, why Banshee's the best nose gun, and why Airhammer is just eh. That said, I would say with the best pilot, I would say an Airhammer is more annoying than a Banshee. Because if you have a good enough pilot with an Airhammer to consistently get close enough, it will just fucking eviscerate infantry. Damn. Obelisk? Yeah, unstable, of course. So yeah, that's my rant. But that's why you don't see PPAs, is because it's too risky of a weapon, really. Ultimately, air to ground, most of the time, is about convenience. Getting a couple quick kills and then diverting out to infantry. That's why you see so many Bale assaults. And it's way easier to get a quick burst of kills with an Airhammer or a Banshee than it is with a PPA.
Fine. All crimson elements. Break pursuit. Push for our waypoint.
This is a Mason Tunnel classic, I gotta say. I would argue the reason the PPA is so bad is why, at least in my experience, I see more Vanu libs than any other faction. This is entirely, like, subjective and, like, personal bias, but I feel like I run into more Vanu liberators than any other faction, and I would bet you, almost certainly, it's because the PPA isn't that good of an air-to-ground weapon. So Vanu... Oh, it's a quote flash. So Vanu players have to pull a lib to get anywhere near the same level of...
Austin has fallen to the
Osher! I fucking love Osher! I hope my game crashes. I hope my game crashes. Oh, it didn't. Well, I know what I'm doing. Did anything... No, it's literally just Osher. That's so funny. Well, I guess I gotta make my way towards Excavion. Bridge is under there. So I should go up. I'm not gonna fish. I don't give a shit about fishing. But you best believe I'm gonna flaunt my boat. This is like the only time I've actually been online for an Osher. So you better believe I'm gonna flaunt my stupid fucking boat. E. No. I love my boat. I'm not a real big fan of the boat. Corsair sucks, by the way. It's such a shit vehicle. Yeah, underwater combat is a thing. It's just bad. Nobody does underwater combat because it's not fun. I should join a squad. Fuck off. Wow, there's like no squads up. I'm gonna mute squad chat because I don't want to listen to this bullshit. Platoon. Yoink. Squad. Yoink. I might need to swap classes, actually. To an engineer with logic spec. Or, does Corsair have built-in squad to play? I don't remember. You'd think I would know. Probably a good thing if I did know. Let's see if I can remember how this works. Plunk. Driver. Fuck. I gotta run all the way over now. God, I hate underwater. Oh my Corsair got pushed so far away. No, I guess I'm just gonna have to pull another one. Look. Boat group? Oh. Well, I have to figure out if this is a boat squad or not. Are you these guys? No. Yeah. Peep the boat master here. I don't have a gunner. I should be running dual bulldogs actually because we're at Excavian. I'm just gonna have to fly around and provide healing for these guys. Are you these guys? No. Swarm locks, wall. I gotta get close to this guy. Let me heal you. I got you, Chief. I hate this fucking thing, man. I can't believe I Iraxied this piece of shit. Enemy boat! Take out this boaty! What a fucking bucket of shit, man. This boat sucks so bad. No boat guy. Are they dog tag hunting? I'm gonna follow these boats around because they seem to know what they're doing. I don't have any communication with them, the assholes, but the boat drip is so good. Even as a boat hater, like even as a professional boat hater, might I add, the boat drip is very good. I think the TR boat trim looks the best though. I mean I just think that's just because I think the TR or Axiom trim looks the best. Boat. Here, buddy. Come here for repairs. You're not running proc strap? What a fucking bitch. Boat requires proc strap. I made a whole video on this, man. I made a whole video on how boat is, like, how to play boat competitively. Yeah, if you exit the vehicle, you just fall. Oh, is this guy running proc strap? Oh, he is, thank God. Here, buddy, let me keep you alive. You can trust in me. I'm literally the most. I'm probably the most experienced boat player on the server. Is that an orange floaty? No. Isn't Osher on console? Nobody here's appreciating my boat. Time to find a new squad. Oh, this guy has a boat in it. Buddy, you ain't shit. This guy's running dingoes? Oh my god, what a troll. I tested dingoes. They are quite potentially the worst weapon in the entire game. They're like laughably terrible. Oh, you need reps. Here you go. Pull your boat over. Who? Oh, this guy needs repairs. Oh, he's escaping. Yeah. Here, let me come help your boat. Ow. Here you go. Here you go, buddy. Have some boat repairs. Yeah, they really made a construction con and just to have no construction available on console, by the way. Hello, boat guy. Ow, 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 ow. I think the other boat blew up. And this guy's not running proc rep. Like a zombie. Like, I made a whole video on this man. I made an entire video on how to have an actually competitive boat in PlanetSide. Oh, you need reps. So they added Cordium, but no construction. That's crazy. Yeah, look at this guy's loser Luma fiber. Look at that normal Luma fiber. Imagine not having Araxium. Araxium boat. I should be running bulldogs. We did the math. Well, we didn't do the math, but we played enough boat to figure out exactly what the meta build was. No, God, please no more warships or PlanetSide. I mean, Osher's literally open for like an hour tops now. Since they cut its rotation. Like, Osher's literally open for like an hour now. It transfers and then the alert happens. They specifically made it a short rotation and a rare rotation. What are these guys doing? hell? Anyway, I already Araxiumed one naval vessel. I don't want to Araxium more of them. Let's go! Look at this tactical boat play. Fire team Spades. Why are we going to Spades? Did he see something? I love PlanetSide Arena. Only real gamers remember PlanetSide Arena. Why are we going this way? Fuck it, I'm just gonna follow the other boat. Boats die on their own, faster than anything else. Solo boats explode. Again, we figured this out. Holy shit, it's a whole boat division. It's running Submerge. Dude, did nobody watch my video on how to play boat? I'm dead. Yeah, we can't fight that much boat. They have more boat than we do. That's the fundamental problem with boat. But yeah, we did enough boat science to figure out how to optimally play boat. The problem is, if they add another boat to this game, I'm gonna Araxium it. I already Araxium the one. Anyway, the boat meta. The boat meta, if you're curious, because there is a very clear hierarchy to the boat meta, and it depends on how good you are. The boat meta is,
Fine.
damn.
All crimson elements, break pursuit. Push for our waypoint.
We're not going to do anything with them having boats there. Anyway, the boat meta is very specifically Trawler is the best boat gun in the game. Like, Trawler is, like, just fucked. Like, there's not a whole lot to say. Trawler just beats everything else. If you take Trawler out of the equation, aka you're not NC, it suddenly becomes a lot more of an option. I would argue that if Trawler is not an option... Well, first of all, generally speaking, the Empire-specific heavies are the best. Trawler, HGG, Palisade, Pariah. I think Pariah is the weakest of the bunch, but generally speaking, all of the Empire-specific heavy top guns are good options. Generally speaking. Palisade has better sustain than Basilisk. HEG has better damage ranges if you can keep it in. HEG is also better at killing infantry. That's like the big one, is HEG is much better at farming infantry. Which also makes it, like... I would argue HEG is probably the easiest of the guns to do. Yeah. HEG... Palisades have the most sustain. trawlers have the most DPS. HCG is the best for infantry. And is also, generally speaking, if you keep an HCG in its sweet spot, you generally out DPS the other boats. It's also really easy to lead with. And pariahs have no drop. That's the main advantage of pariah, is that, like, a monkey could aim them. I think pariahs are bad, but a monkey could aim them, so, you know. You know, you win some, you lose some. Bazzies are fine. They're just standard. I wouldn't pick Bazzies. I think Bazzies are probably better than, pariahs. But, like, gun to my head, I don't think I would pick a Basilisk on a boat. But it's serviceable. It's not that the Bazzies are bad, it's that the top guns are better. Even Pariah, for all intents and purposes, is better because the average infantryman can do a better job gunning it. God, I love underwater combat.
Bingo!
It's funny, because underwater combat is
Confirmed hit on target.
literally the most pure
Positive takedown.
aim
Good job, Hitman.
fight in the game. Since nobody can move underwater, it's literally just whoever has the better aim wins engagements. Which is funny, but not fun. Anyway, Bazzies are fine. You don't have to replace them. I'm just saying that if you're really interested in min-maxing your stupid fucking boat, the Empire-specific HMGs are better. Dingoes are, statistically, I believe, the worst AA in the whole game.
Hitman
Which is really
1,
funny.
/1.
Like, dingoes are hilariously dog shit. They are far and away the worst guns in the game. We did the math on these things. It takes you, like, 3 full magazines of these things to get an ESF to half health. Like, yeah, they have auto-lock, but they're just abysmal. Like, that's the funny thing, is dingoes on paper look really good because they're like, oh, a smart lock, a prox lock gun for shooting airplanes on my boat. That solves the problem of having to lead the airplane. And it's just convenient. And besides, what are they called? The one that goes on the back of libs. Hydras?
Bingo!
I think they're called Hydras.
Come on, mercenary. You think
Like,
you're the first to come try
you
to
go, oh,
take
well,
me down?
Hydra's pretty good in a lib. And Strikers are good. So maybe I run Dingoes. Wrong. Dingoes are terrible. Dingoes barely touch ESF, and if it's anything other than an ESF, they do pretty much literally nothing. I'm pretty sure a Galaxy literally survives an entire Dingo ammo pool. Like, they're useless. They're functionally useless. And then what was the other option? Oh yeah, Bulldogs. Bulldogs sit at the very top of the boat hierarchy. Under, like, 2 rules. The first rule is that you have to be close enough for you to actually be able to hit with them. And the other rule is that you have to have gunners that can aim them. If you can fight close in, and you have gunners that have, like, a functioning frontal lobe, Bulldogs literally shit on everything else in the entire game on the Corsair for some reason. Like, they completely obliterate other Corsairs, which is your main competition. They completely obliterate other Corsairs, and, like, you literally beat, like, vehicles. Sunderer pulls up on you, you just slam him with the Bulldogs and you win. Another Corsair pulls up on you, you slam him with the Bulldogs and you win. Like, if you have competent, like, halfway competent players in your Bulldogs, and you're a decent, I guess, captain, they are far and away so good it's not even funny. It's just actually using them in practice is really hard. Because if anyone knows the weakness, which is the fact that, well, they basically have no range because leading them is just awful. Huh? I didn't even see there was Buster. Like, if anyone knows the Bulldog weakness and, like, makes space from you, or just camps a little bit away from you, they're useless. You just get shot on by everything. But because nobody actually plays the boat in this game, and Excavion is like the one place you actually get to play Oshiron now, Bulldogs are just unmatched. Because generally speaking, the Excavion pool is small enough that you can close distance fast enough to actually hit with them, and they pound infantry. So. So Bulldogs sit at the top of the hierarchy, so long and short. But I would say, like, if you're going to pull Bulldogs, you need to have an experienced crew for it. I wouldn't pull Bulldogs with people who aren't familiar with Corsairing. Corsairing requires a very high IQ to understand how to do. But, like, unironically, if you don't know how to Corsair, you'll get shat on. If you pick the wrong build, you'll get shat on. If you don't have enough boats, and ultimately, this is the real thing, if you just bring less boats, generally speaking, the faction with more boats wins. It doesn't matter how actually good you are at boating. If they bring more boats than you are, you just kind of lose.
Enemy down. Good job.
Like, in a two-boat, like, if you have 2 boats, and the enemy has 3 boats, generally speaking, you will just always lose the engagement. Unless someone on the other team is, like, brain damaged, or they're running Bulldogs, and you keep distance on them. God, I love underwater combat. This is
Deep breaths.
insanely fun to play. I love moving around like I have a 10-kilogram weight on my ass. It's like moving around with one of those seat cushions for when you have hemorrhoids or like other ass pain.
Enemy's got a bead on you, Monarch.
You know, I do really wish they'd given these underwater rifles. I do really wish they'd given the underwater rifles the carbine cone of fire in the air, so then light assault could actually be played underwater. I mean, light assault is already the best class underwater, but
Monarch's gone off radar.
if they made like rifles have carbine accuracy while falling in the water or while like jump jetting in the water, at least you could have like kind of fun light assault duels in the water, but because that's not a thing, you just can't.
Give it your all.
I mean, Sable, water gameplay is just hilariously unfun because, as I said earlier, it literally is whoever has better aim. Well, not even that. Whoever has better aim. Like, if you both meet each other head-on on the same corner, it literally depends on who has better aim. Because since you move so slow underwater, there's no time to actually have, like, any skill in maneuverability. It doesn't matter if you're good at, like, maximizing mobility. If you go face-to-face, it literally depends on who clicks head better. It is, like, the purest form of skill. But not really, because the only thing that matters is where you click your mouse. If the other guy clicks his mouse on your head and you don't, you just lose. It doesn't matter how good your maneuver gameplay is. It doesn't matter if you learned how to medkit shuffle or anything. The other problem with underwater gameplay is because of how slow it is. If you don't get the drop, you lose. Okay, that guy was bad.
Good tone, good tone.
But, like, whoever gets the drop underwater wins the fight 90% of the time. Because, you're so slow that it's not like you can, you know, duck around a corner and medkit and re-engage on favorable terms, because there just isn't enough time because of how goddamn slow you are. And B, because bullets sink like a rock, like, if the other guy gets to you first, you just lose. If the other guy has an underwater rifle and you don't, you lose. It's just fundamentally unfun gameplay because it all borders on who gets the drop and who is better aim. There's no intelligent positioning, there's no, like, learning how to dodge fire. There's no, like, even medkit shuffle, like, silliness. It literally all depends. Here, there's an example. If I was underwater, I would have died there. Because he would have just shot me in the back. Because I was on the surface, I was able to medkit my way out of it and take the engagement on better terms. So there you go. Do I even like OSHA now? Macabre? I can't really tell if that's an I, an L, or an R. No. The fact that I Araxium the Corsair and I still think OSHA is the worst con in the game should tell you all you need to know about OSHA. That should kind of be the be-all and all. I Araxium the vote, and I still think OSHA is the worst con in the game. I don't know what else to tell you. Also, Sunderers underwater are like hyper cringe because it just is C4 brick them. There's no counterplay. Because you can't use any AT weapons underwater, you can't use grenades. Literally the only anti-vehicle weapon in the game that works underwater is C4. Which, it makes sense from a realistic standpoint. But it's just not fun. Because what it means in practice is that Sunderers are insanely hard to kill. Because, as we've gone over already, underwater combat is not exactly thrilling gameplay. So, it's super easy to defend buses. Because it's really easy to just laser whoever tries to get to your bus. I mean, if they do get... the amount of time they have to spend to get C4 down underwater with the slow-ass animation means that, like, it's just... it's just bad. I get that they kind of had to make underwater gameplay, like, a thing. I'm not saying that... like, see, I can't even run around the corner to dodge it. I just die. I understand why they thought they had to do underwater gameplay with OSHA. You know, as an island continent, it does make sense from a design point of view why they would want to make underwater gameplay. Like, it's bad. But at least I can understand where they came from. What they should have done instead was just build more, like, tridents, except, like, actually good ones.
All ground sections. We have orbital strike inbound near your location. Stay clear.
OSHA, like, conceptually speaking, OSHA is not a bad content. It's just been executed so insanely poorly that it's extremely unfun.
Bingo!
I'm pretty sure I made a whole video on why OSHA is bad. At least, I've talked about it at length in, like, every single stream that I've had to play it, or, like, anytime it ever comes up in a video. But the fundamental problem with OSHA is that it relies on a gameplay system that isn't fun. The whole content relies on construction, which is already a system nobody likes engaging with because it's not fun. Bob the Builder players might want to keep their ears quiet here, but the secret is to construction. It's not a fun gameplay system because it doesn't encourage good fights. Think about it, this is the simplest way I can explain it, okay? When Daybreak builds a base, you know, a stationary base on the map, fucking Excavian, whatever. Excavian is shit, but we'll use it as our standpoint here. Daybreak, when they design a base, has a vested interest in making the base fun to play for both attackers and defenders. The base has to be fun for attackers, and it has to be fair for attackers so that attackers can actually, you know, take the fucking base, and the map just doesn't stagnate. But it should still be reasonably well designed, and it should facilitate fun gameplay for the attackers. But it also should be well designed for the defenders so that you can actually defend the base. The base has to be worth defending and fun to defend, or else nobody will bother defending it and everybody will just, you know, attack everywhere. The problem with construction is that there is no incentive for the player building the base to make a fun base. The entire point of a construction base, because it's player built, is to make it as hard as possible to attack and as easy as possible to defend. So because of this, what construction bases actually end up being in practice is bad. Because, and I shouldn't have to explain this, if the entire purpose of a construction base is to be as hard as possible to take, there's no fun in attacking it. So what happens is everybody either just rolls over it with a Zerg because you don't actually want to fight with it, or B, they just go around it. Or ignore it. Like, the lane will just never get pushed because nobody wants to just push over a construction base and move on to the next hex. So. That's kind of what it is. Like, I can't really explain it any simpler than that. The developers have a vested interest in making a base fun to play for both sides to encourage good fights and good map flow. Construction bases fundamentally don't work because they're designed to be as hard as possible to attack for the sake of holding territory. That's kind of the simple answer. Like, there's not really anything more you can say because that is just the truth. While we're on the topic of bad things, by the way, oh my god, the Javelin sucks so much ass. Can't even get road kills. Damn. Literally, all they have to do to fix Osher is they have to just delete underwater combat from the game because it's unfun and cringe. Or you can keep it in the game and just ignore it, which is really what I would do. Because let's be real, at this point you may as well just keep it. So really what you do is you just basically make underwater combat not exist. You make no bases include it. It's just kind of there. It's water. Wow. The water basically exists for Corsairs. Corsairs could also exist without there being, like, underwater combat. You just make the water, you know, floaty. Like, I don't know, all of the other fucking continents. Point is, you delete underwater combat from the game because it doesn't really add anything. And you make all of the bases actual, like, developer-made bases. Because, I mean, they're not amazing, but the actual, like, unique bases that are on Osher are generally not that bad. You just never ever get to fight at them because the map stalls at Excavian and the construction bases surrounding Excavian. Like, I don't think Outpost Khalees is a great base. It's definitely a modern PlanetSide base. Generally speaking, it's too open. But it's not the worst thing I've ever played. It's a lot better than some of the Indar bases. And that's about all I can ask for. Hell, at worst, what they could do is they could literally just... If, like, the dev team is small, I get it. They could literally just clone drop bases from the other continents on Osher. The Hassan construction sites, bam, drop one in. Alloys, bam, drop it in. Palisades, bam, drop it in. Shrouded Skyway, bam, drop it in. Scarfield Reliquary, bam, like, you get my point. They could fix Osher with very, very little effort. Because all you have to do is replace the bases, replace the construction bases with developer bases. Again, I don't give a shit if they just get moved from another continent. And like that, you've made Osher actually fun to play. Because then it's not reliant on a bad gameplay system that very few players actually enjoy. And it's actually, like, kind of interesting. Again, underwater combat is stupid. But, like, there's room for Osher to be a no, I wouldn't say a great continent. It would, even if Osher was fixed, I don't think it would be, like, higher than third in the continent list, in my opinion. Hassan and Amrish are just too good. But there's room for a solid, like, rank 3 Osher. If they just made it fun. Also, I've talked about this before at length, but the construction system, I mean, I just rambled about it, doesn't work. If they wanted to have, like, a player-based construction system, in some sense of the word, they really should have just copied Battlefield 5's fortification system. Have preset things you can build at every base, let regular infantrymen build them, like engineers. Make them like sandbag walls, hard light barriers, a couple mounted like anti-infantry turrets, maybe a mounted anti-vehicle turret here and there that like engineers can build. Because that way, A, they're dev placed, so they're still interested in making them fun to play around. Shocker, I know. But they still add something a little unique to keep fights, you know, relatively fresh every time you play them. And, not to mention, there's some strategy there in which defenses you actually build. So. I've talked about it before. But it is fundamentally how you save the construction system. I'm taking off my sweater. Ugh. It's hot in my room. Because I'm gaming. My beacon. No. They added SpongeBob and Patrick. It's called Unfun. I want to note that I just was glancing out of my phone to read chat, and I just got a job alert for the same job I quit on Tuesday. So I hope they find someone. Wow, I'm bad. Ah, flak armor. Do I really want to play this continent out, man? I don't know if I do. I'm curious, apparently I have 6 viewers. This is strange because I'm not receiving 6 comments on my live stream. I'm joking. The fact that 6 people find me entertaining enough to watch my slop. Let's be real, I think slop is the best word for this kind of stuff. I'm glad I have avoidance. I feel bad that that guy didn't. Because I peeked the corner, and because I peeked the corner, he's like, oh, it must be a safe corner to peek, and then he just fucking exploded. Hello. Get up. I just missed every shot. That was sad. Thunk. We're losing A. Ruh-roh, Raggy. The conglomerate is shooting civilians. Ah, that's where their bus is, I see. I'm not a real big fan of the conglomerate. Am I 60 this fall? No. Arkfield? Or Arknight's Enfield, whatever it's called? No. I don't have any interest in Arknights. I tried it, I mean, it seems like a good game. The music is fucking insane. So at the very least, I'm excited for all the new music. Monster Siren Records is probably my favorite band at this point. So, Yeah, I'm excited for all the new music. The game itself, yeah. I kind of burnt out on gacha games. I haven't played Genshin since, I haven't played Genshin really since 6.0. I haven't played Girls Frontline 2 in almost a year. Trying to think of the other gacha games I played. I mean, Azir Lane I just fell out of playing because I don't like Azir Lane's character design. I think when it comes to ship girl game, I think Cancol is like not a way better. I think Azir Lane is a better game. I think Cancol has better characters. Can I spawn at the Interlink, please, game? Thank you. Isn't Enfield just a turn-based gacha, sort of like Honkai Star Rail? Oh yeah, I tried Zenless Zone Zero. Good game. It just didn't hold me. I mean, I had fun with it, but I couldn't get into ZZZ. It's open world. I mean, that's cool. I don't know, I'm just, I don't know. Gotchas are fun, but the main thing that turns me off of gotchas, and this is something that I generally don't like with video games in general, that I generally, what the Sigma, is when I feel like I have to log in. Like, pretty much, like, take Genshin. You have to log in for daily commissions and daily resin. Which is fine, it makes sense, it's a live service game. But it makes me feel like I have to play. And because, I mean, I like Genshin. But, like, I can only play it for a month, maybe 2, at a time. And then I drop it for quite a while. That's not to say Genshin is a bad game. I generally don't play live service games because I don't like feeling like I have to play the game. Holy shit, I finally got gaining ground done. I thought we learned from, like, Indar and Amrish and Esamir that putting control points in the middle of towers wasn't a good idea, but whatever. Thought we'd been over this, Rel. Clearly not. I don't know. A lot of gotchas, like, I would enjoy more if they weren't live service. To me, Genshin, I mean, it's not complete, but to me, Genshin is a $60 game. Actually, I think you could even make the argument that Genshin is an $80 game. But if you earned characters through, like, progressing through the story or earning currency in-game, and the rates are better, I would rather have Genshin be a one-purchase game that doesn't keep releasing new... Well, I mean, it can keep releasing new characters, but, like, that you don't have to, like, do Primo Gems for. Let me just earn Primo Gems for free, more of them. Have that one-time upfront purchase price, and then have less microtransactions. Make the game less microtransaction heavy. I mean, it would never happen. Genshin makes, like, a genuinely fucking stupid amount of money. But personally, I would enjoy the game more like that. Holy Zerg. It's not a knock on Genshin, I'm just saying I'm not one for live service games. Man, look at all these bases that just don't open up because Osher's locked down all the time. Alright, you ready to experience thrilling underwater combat? It's the same problem I have with Battle Passes, generally speaking. Where I feel like I have to log in and play. Take even War Thunder. I really enjoy War Thunder. I genuinely quite enjoy that game. But there's been like weeks during, like, 2-week periods during the Battle Pass where I'd stop playing the game. Because I just don't want to log in every day. Also, if you wanted proof as to what I meant about buses, I have 2 C4 bricks. Like, I'm glad a single light assault can't kill a bus. But also, like, how am I meant to kill the bus? Because I can't exactly run back to my own bus in time to get more C4. See what I mean about underwater combat, by the way?
You can still gut this out.
See what I mean? He got the drop, he won.
Is this the best you have?
This is a long-winded way of saying I don't like time-gated things in games. There have been numerous major events that I've missed in, like, Genshin, like the summer events, because I didn't want to play because they were time-gated. So I just didn't play them because they were time-gated. Because I knew that if I forced myself to play them, I would just hate it. That's why I'm happy that they finally made them be permanent now. Like how the last summer event in Natlan was permanent. But still. At the very least, I don't believe... I think, like, events in games, if they actually include, like, content, they shouldn't be, they shouldn't be time limited. Like all the summer events in Genshin have a massive amount of content and lore. And if you don't play during it, it's just, oh. Or even some of just the regular events are the same. What? Okay. Ugh. And some people are like, oh, well, the dailies take like 3 minutes to do. I still don't enjoy it. Like, Genshin dailies take me 4 minutes to do. I still don't enjoy it. Logging into War Thunder just to get my daily battle pass points and my daily login is fine. That's easy. But even then, like, doing, like, War Thunder dailies, I just don't do most days. Unless I'm actually playing the game anyway. Come on, give me the cap. Thank you. Really? He spawns in immediately? That's so sad. Well, that's Osher. That sure was Osher. Oh yeah, Genshin needs to make a dark loading screen. I think that's a big one. I don't know why they haven't added a dark load screen yet, because it's like my fucking eyes. What am I doing on my directives? Oh, I'm almost on healing ribbons. I can finally go back to playing shielding medic. Engineer. Engineer is still a ways off. Explosives is getting closer. Force recon is slow but steady. Heavy is getting there. Vehicles. Ant, no. Chimera, no. What's my lightning? My lightning's getting there. I'll Arax him the lightning eventually. That's my bus. My bus is getting there. Weapons. Oh, 360 more to go towards Kraken. I just want to say, I think it's fucking hilarious that all four of these launchers were completed in 2021, and it's 2026, and I still haven't finished the last one. Tells you how much launchers are enjoyed. LMGs is coming along. I'm actually making good progress with the XMG. I haven't really been thinking about it. I really just need to drag enough people online so I can build platoons for leadership. I could also push out Exceptional 2 for that gold weapon camo. Yeah, well, the game was also a lot more popular in 2021. That helped. For some reason, Araxmas 2025 is still available, too. I should try and push it out just to get the horn, for the sake of getting the horn. I think that's enough. I've had enough PlanetSide for the day.
Mission successful.
Mop up and get out. So fun stream, I guess. It's PlanetSide. Yay! We love PlanetSide. And nobody's online, so I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do. No friends, no bitches. So, I don't know. Anyway, fun stream. Yippee! Maybe if I am less lazy, I'll actually put out like a proper War Thunder or PlanetSide video, but no promises. Lamo. Anyway, see ya. Meow.